What is auto insurance and why do we have to pay for it? Hello, I'm Rick Pobar from the Pobar Agency, and today we'll be discussing the what and the why of auto insurance. Whether you drive a car or a truck, a Subaru to take your dogs to the park, or an SUV to drive your kids to practice, one thing holds true. We all have to have insurance. Some of you watching this have never been in an auto accident, and some of you have needed to file multiple claims. But what part of your policy covers your vehicle, and what does it mean when they tell us that we have to pay for insurance? Now, there are three major parts to your auto policy: liability, collision and comprehensive, and uninsured motorists. Additional coverages can be added like medical payments, rental car reimbursement, roadside assistance, and other endorsements. But for this video, let's keep it simple and talk about the three main parts. The first one, and the most important one, is liability. Liability is what protects other people's vehicles when you are at fault or liable for an accident. It is also what is required by the state to legally drive a vehicle. Liability does come with its limits, and those limits need to be discussed with your agent. Fun fact, the state of New Mexico established our minimum liability limits over 30 years ago. The cost of medical bills and vehicles have drastically increased in that time. So it goes without saying that if you have New Mexico state minimums, you are very much underinsured. If you are unsure of what you have on your policy, feel free to give me or one of my teammates a call, and we will do a full review of your insurance at no cost to you. The second part of your policy is what covers your vehicle. This comes in two parts: collision and comprehensive. Now, your deductibles for collision and comprehensive can be equal or they can be set to different amounts. Okay? This part of your policy is required by your bank if your vehicle has a lien on it. Okay? Collision fixes or replaces your vehicle in the event that you were at fault in an accident. If you collide with a stationary object or with another vehicle, collision will fix your car. Now, think of comprehensive as the coverage that protects you against everything that's beyond your control. It'll protect you from vandalism, theft, hailstorm, hitting an animal in the road, or a rock bouncing up and hitting your windshield. Because comprehensive protects us from what we can't control, I often advise to have a low or $0 deductible on your comprehensive. The third main coverage is uninsured motorists. Uninsured motorist protects your vehicle or helps pay your medical bills in the event that you were hit by another driver who is at fault and either does not have insurance or doesn't have enough insurance to cover your damages. A hit and run accident is a very common example when uninsured motorists will protect you and your vehicle. Uninsured motorist is optional in the state of New Mexico, but I highly recommend that it is on your policy. Again, if you don't know if you have uninsured motorist protection, please give me a call and we will verify your coverages. Now, as you can see, there is a lot of little details involved with your insurance, which is why shopping for the cheapest price or your agent blindly telling you that you have full coverage isn't always the best way to protect you and your family. Please reach out to your agent or a member of my team and get informed on what you have on your current policy. The more you know, the more ready you'll be in the event of a claim. Just to recap, the state requires liability, which protects the other person, their vehicle, and their medical bills in the event that you're at fault. The bank requires collision and comprehensive to protect your vehicle. And uninsured motorist is an optional but very important coverage that also protects you and your vehicle if the other person is at fault and is either uninsured or underinsured. And remember, try and avoid the F word, full coverage. Do not let your agent blindly tell you that you have full coverage. Okay, full coverage does not mean that you have rental car coverage. Full coverage does not mean that you have uninsured motorists. And full coverage does not tell you what your deductible is, how much you have to pay out of pocket in the event that you are at fault in an accident. If you have found this video helpful and informative, please share, like, and subscribe to our channel. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments below and we will do our best to answer them as soon as possible. Also, please comment below on topics about insurance that you'd like us to discuss in the future.